not great news. I'm not happy. I'm very sad, obviously. But with this news, I think there's a silver lining. And also, I think that there's something I have to complain about. But I mean, I've been complaining about it for weeks now. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see where this live stream or video or whatnot takes us. All right, chat. Before we do, really quick, and this is really brief because I'm very sad. Shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested at all in daily fantasy sports, go check it out. Or you can go to the social media segment or section on the app, and oh no, you can get all your updates, like how Wemby is out with a left calf strain, and oh man, God, it's like a breakup. Everything reminds me of her. Anyways, if you guys go check out Sleeper, link in the description box. Go check it out. If you want to do daily fantasy sports, you can use the code down here, clan, and you get 100% match up to $100. All right. Good God. I did not want to see that. Well, guys, if you don't know, which you're just under a rock, our boy Wemby is out with a left calf strain. Shams announced it, so it is legit. It is happening. And at first, we knew that he had left calf tightness. He was questionable last game, and that's good news. The fact that he could have possibly maybe played and they didn't immediately just say out is probably pretty good news. And maybe it is a matter of Wemby like playing it off like, no, I'm fine. And they're like, no, we have to get this MRI. Maybe that was the case. But what we do know is they thought about it. Okay. But, you know, this could be one of those situations where they just don't want to further injure him. And, you know, I think that leads to ACL tears. So they just want to be cautious here. Unfortunately, it being the San Antonio Spurs, he might be out 2 years. But what we do know is he's going to be out a few weeks. And some good news that we just got, and now we got this bad news, was that Dylan Harper was out of his boot, right? So we knew that Dylan Harper was coming back quite soon, maybe in the next week, maybe. So seeing him out the boot was really nice to see, and he's recovering quite well. And then as soon as we get that, we get the news that Victor Wembanyama is hurt. Now, I said this time and time again, so I'm going to complain just a little bit. Just allow me to complain a little bit, and then I'll tell you, like, the silver lining, okay? Because I know we want some type of good news here. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it do that. But I do have to talk about this because this really bothers me. Should we go to ESPN? ESPN worth it? Or is it NBA? I don't remember which it is. All right. So, yeah, it is ESPN. Why do I keep doing that? So, the one thing that I've complained about throughout all of these W's, the L's, everything, one thing that I kept bringing up with you guys is that I felt as if the San Antonio Spurs did not fully utilize their roster. And I had the same complaint last season. And like I said, a lot of times with young coaches, it seems like they really hone in on a specific group of guys and they don't like adjust to it. They don't utilize all of their strengths. Now, the problem that I have with the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm not saying that this directly led to the Victor Wembanyama injury, but one issue that I've had is the fact that we play a very fast pace, which is fine. You can play a fast pace, but you can't play a fast pace and play no one. Like, if you look at the Memphis Grizzlies, when they were super, I don't even know if they still are this way, but when they were doing a super fast pace, they used everyone on their roster. They were constantly switching people in and out. That's why they were whooping on us the way that they were, because we were tired, we were worn out, we were running like 6-7 guys, and the Grizzlies just kept bringing everyone out there to continue this pace, and that's what hurt us, right? And it seems like, you know, just throughout this season and last season, we don't utilize everybody, you know, and we're at the beginning of the season. There's a lot of basketball left to be played. Like, let's spread this thing out. Like I've been mentioning, like, you spread it out a little bit. But this is one of the reasons why stuff like this made me mad, right? Sohan getting 6 minutes. You play Lindy Waters for a second and then you take him out. He gets 4 minutes. You know, you're not utilizing Olynyk. You're not utilizing Carter Bryant. Like we lost, we could have lost and not put strain on people's bodies as much. Not saying that Vic has been like ran into the ground like some people are trying to make that narrative out to be. I think 36 minutes it's not terrible, right? Like it's not terrible, but I really wish that we could, figure something out with this. We've had so many injuries thus far. You would think that we would be a little bit more cautious, but I'm not. Oh, I'm never going to be okay with this, especially with the pace that we run. So at the end of the day, not saying that's directly the cause. It's just an observation that we don't utilize our roster. Now, here comes the silver lining, and this is what kind of sucks about all of this, because throughout the season, I've complained about that, right? And I continue to complain about it. But against the Kings, look what the Spurs did. Because they're missing Wemby, they definitely made sure they spread it. Oh, wait, that's not us. They definitely made sure they spread it out a little bit more, right? More guys play. Instead of it being somewhat of a 7-man rotation, they extended it out, right? So you had like a 9 to 10-man rotation this past game, and they somehow, some way managed to give Carter Bryant 7 minutes. Somehow, some way we found 22 minutes for Jeremy Sohan. Somehow, some way we found 18 minutes for Kelly Olynyk, and yet and still 3 players in our starting lineup still had 30 plus minutes. Now, I know that Steph Castle got hurt, but they were utilizing the entire roster basically the entire time. So that's what you have to do. And I think that that's what make this team like special, is because of our depth. We heard De'Aaron Fox talk about how, well, Sohan got 6 minutes the other night because we have immense depth. That's not true. We have immense depth, but he didn't just play 6 minutes because we utilize our depth. We didn't use anything. We didn't utilize anything. So I don't really know where he was coming from with that. I'm kind of yapping now. But that's the silver lining, that now the San Antonio Spurs are going to kind of be forced to make sure they utilize everyone on this roster, because no longer are you going to be able to just solely rely on Wembanyama defensively, to create easy offense for you and have that crazy pace and everything. Now you're going to have to actually play together, which we do have enough depth where you can do that, right? So the idea that the Spurs are going to start losing games, I don't believe that. As long as you have Fox, knock on wood, and as long as we get Dylan Harper back pretty soon, the Spurs should still win most of these games, right? Like, we do have a good team. This isn't a case of last year where Wemby or bust. Like, you can still win games. Wemby is incredible, obviously. He's a monster, but, you just have to play smarter basketball. So I'm hoping that in light of this terrible news, the Spurs will play more team basketball, that they will maybe slow the pace down just a little bit. I don't know, just a little bit. But if you don't slow down the pace, that's fine. Just make sure you use your guys. Just use them. I understand not using Harrison Ingram right now. I understand all that. Like, there's certain players, I get it. But, like, there's no reason Carter Bryant shouldn't be getting some minutes in there, There's no reason he shouldn't be giving somebody a breather. There's no reason Kelly Olynyk, a veteran like he is, shouldn't see the court. There's no reason. You still have enough depth where you can make something happen. And a big difference between this year and last is we do have Luke Cornett. So we're not just completely naked when it comes to our center position, right? He's going to do his thing. And with the lack of Wemby offense, he gets so many second chance opportunities that we're gonna get some good looks regardless. I mean, this last game in particular, he had 4 offensive rebounds by himself. So, and then you have the hustle of Keldon Johnson, obviously, who gives you a few too. So the Spurs are gonna be okay. We're gonna win some games. We're gonna be okay. -7 in 7 minutes is a little tough for Carter. Carter Bryant's offense is pretty horrible. It's pretty horrible, but he should be getting somewhat minutes. He should be getting a few minutes. Most players on our bench should see at least 5 minutes a game. At the very least, give some guys a breather, man. Give some guys a breather. But hopefully this wakes the Spurs up and realize, hey, Sohan needs more minutes, right? He should get more minutes. And also, you should be utilizing more guys. So the days of just relying on Wembanyama is done for now. And let's just take a look at what's to come. So I saw a lot of fans really nervous about this upcoming stretch. So he's out for a few weeks. We don't really know what that means. I'm gonna assume 3 weeks. That's what I'm going with. So if it's 3 weeks, I'll just say he'll be back near Christmas, which is like 4 weeks. Just knowing the Spurs, they'll probably extend this out. Maybe he'll come against Thunder. Might be a pretty tough game to come back, but so he's gonna be gone quite a few. Now let's just look at the ones that you can win. You can win against Memphis. So you're 1-0. 2-0. Phoenix, that's gonna be a tough one, but I believe in us. 3-0, maybe 4-0, 4-1, maybe 4-2 to be honest. 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3, 10-3. So you might legitimately could go, or at least in my opinion, I think the Spurs could go about 10-3 before Wemby gets back. Harper better be back. Harper should be back in the next week. I would assume. So we might see Harper back around Denver time, I would assume. We knew that he was going to have a quick recovery. By the way, shout out to his dad. I don't know if you guys saw. Hold on, I'll show you. How should I? Did I put Mr. Harper? I might have responded by saying Mr. Harper. Oops. Let's see. He responded to me. Oh, here we go. So yeah, when I post it back here. Yeah, so when I posted back in November 3rd, I posted only 1 to 3 weeks recovery because that's what we were hearing. And see, that's November 3rd. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So in the next week, I would assume he'll be back. And then his dad, Ron Harper, posted underneath my tweet, and he says, "We will come back stronger and better. Speedy recovery." So everyone believes he'll be back pretty soon. I hope Coach Mitch gets fired. Well, give him a. I want to say give him time, but guys, you in actuality, this is how I feel. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you can't do this. You can't. And that's the only gripe, or not the only one. I got quite a few, but that's one of the main gripes I have with coaches, young coaches, is that they hone in on their guys, and they're kind of stubborn about it too. Like as well as Castle has played, because Castle's hurt, right? He has that bruised hip. As well as he's played, you shouldn't solely rely on Castle the way that we're solely relying on Castle. Right? Like it didn't make any sense. He's not the best point guard. He's not better than Fox. I mean, I'll go as far as to say he's not even better than Harper. I know people probably disagree with that, but I don't necessarily think he is. I think he's a really good player, and I really like Castle, and he's done a great job. But I mean, the fact that the Spurs, the play style was like play through Castle at times, it was just like, who can save us for today? You know, who's going to save us for today? Is Dylan Harper going to save us today? Is Castle going to save us today? Is Wemby going to save us today? Like, I don't like that. Another thing with the Wembanyama thing, just kind of honing in on that, is also the Spurs didn't give him the ball. Like, they didn't get creative enough in how they gave him the ball. It was a lot of just give it to Wemby and let him go to work, rather than drawing up a play so Wemby can get the ball in a comfortable position, right? I even think about the Warriors game, the last one, which I liked this game way more than the first Warriors game. Don't get me wrong. It hurt, but I liked it way more. But even in this one, the way that they ended off this game and they finished off this game, it was literally give it to, can I just show that footage? I think I can. I think I can. But that play was literally just give it to... Yeah, I'll just show me, and you can see the clip in the corner. Oh, wait, you can barely see that clip. It's like cut off. Chat. There we go. But like this play right here was ridiculous. That play right here was ridiculous. Because one thing that really pissed me off about it, and this is just shows the lack of plays that the Spurs are calling, is Wemby isn't involved in this play at all. You got 6 minutes left on the clock. This has been a non-stop defensive game. I don't understand how you can't come up with some type of play that allows Wemby to be involved. And I don't mean Wemby involved as in he has to take the last shot, but some type of a smoke screen, something. Just something. Something where you're messing up the defense, where they don't want to give Wemby an easy basket. Something. But you got just Wemby one-on-one against Draymond, and then we decide to just give it to Fox, allow him to dribble up after he had put up a stinker. Let's be honest. He was horrible in that fourth quarter, and we just expected him to win the game for us. Just shoot right in his face and just win the game. It was like, no, man. You know, and if that was going to be the case and we were just going to give it to somebody, it should have been, no, we're giving it to Wemby no matter what, and we're going to figure out a way, unless, you know, obviously someone ended up getting open and, you know, you pass it, but like a wide open cut or something like that. But you got to find a way to get Wemby the ball. Or at least let him be involved. I didn't like the feeling that could have been anybody. Like, that could have been Olynyk. That could have been Cornette. That could have been Carter Bryant. That could have been anybody for what you were using Wemby for there. You weren't using him for anything. You weren't using Wemby for anything there. You know? I don't know. Anyways, I'm probably going on a little tangent now. I assume they sat Wemby to get Fox right. For the injury? I think Wemby legit is just injured, y'all. I think he legit is injured. But with that being said, like I told you, no need to panic. We'll be okay. I know people, because I saw people posting like, "Oh, the season's over." No, it's not. We could very well go 10-3 with this team, as long as we don't have too many more injuries. Oh my God! But as long as Fox is there, please. Fournette is there, please. Those are kind of big ones. We should be fine. We should be fine. And like I said, silver lining, this could force the San Antonio Spurs to play more like a team, which in the long run will help us when Wemby's back. Wemby doesn't come back and all of a sudden that stops. Yeah. Anyways, almost 4 lives in 4 days. Clan is on a streak. Is it really? Well, I wasn't expecting to go live today, but I mean, this news. This season is over. Fox and Mitch Johnson is not it. The season is not over. There's a lot of basketball to be played. I don't see the Spurs just going like on a mean losing streak here. Like I said, you could very well go 10-3 before Wemby's back. Hopefully Harper is still chugging along. If he's still chugging along, we're good. If he's back and we're chugging along, we're good. Okay? There's a lot. Look at this season, y'all. There's a lot of basketball games, okay? We're still, look. And then that's where Wemby's back. We're fine. A lot of basketball left. And luckily for us, this stretch is not that bad. Like, look how many teams, like, okay to bad teams you got. You got Memphis. Atlanta's doing pretty decent. Phoenix Suns doing pretty decent. You got Portland, Memphis again, Orlando. You see Pelicans, Washington twice. So, blood clot felt more devastating. Well, that's because that was season ending. This isn't season ending. It's just a strain. It happens. But you have to utilize your roster. You can't overextend people because literally we had Wemby doing everything. I mean, even look at this. I mean, obviously, I guess he would be on these lists, but it's like, man, just save us, Wemby. Wemby, just save us. I didn't like that feeling that we have to be saved all the time. Blood clots are also life-threatening. Exactly. We'll be okay. I just don't want you guys getting down. I'm here for you. We're gonna chug through. We're gonna watch these games. We're gonna still do the same thing we always do. We're gonna talk about, what's going well, what's going wrong. And we're going to celebrate these wins, man. We got the Memphis Grizzlies coming up. It should be a W. We'll see what happens. But we'll be okay. All right? Don't worry. Don't worry, guys.